I declare the congregation open for the conferment of degrees and invite everyone to please sit.
Pro-Chancellor, I call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Science and Engineering to present graduands for degrees.
And I confer upon each graduate present the degree as listed in the official record.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present graduands from the Faculty of Science and Engineering. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Ahmed Salah Abdallah. Mohammed Abdul Karim Mubarak Abdulaziz. Adedeji Adeboye. Emmanuel Adejeyo Adosun. David Stanley Akins. Ali Al-Asadi. Ahmed Husam Abdullah Al-Jadami. Abdullah Jassan Al-Bakit. Mohammed Jassan Al-Bakit. Abdul Razak Al-Iznazi. Fatima Eza Ali. Yusin Bihu Bali. Joel David Baumber. Laxmita Bavarishetty. Liam Biggs. Mehek Bilal. Kirill Bogachuk. Barney Carter. Alexandra Henry Chalmers. Mohammed Almaz Chowdhury. Michelle Chen Pai Yin. Chunwuba Chine. Anthony Clark. James William Colvin. Callum Cross. Mylan Damayantaran. Jonathan Ian Allen Davies. Samuel Oliver Ellis. Jeff Paulo Fernandez. Luke Andrew Fisher. Haufu. Jake Gallagher. Ashima Gale. Mardi Ganbari. Jake Andrew Graves. Matthew John Hancock. Robert James Hawkes. James Hitchcock. Charles Hume. Adaku Ngozi Iheme. Christopher Paul Ingram. Thomas Richard Johnson. Bruce Johnston. Samuel Aidan Elliott Joseph. Mahmoud Junaid. Yuel Kabede. Simon John Kingston. Jimmy Bolu Kola Abodunde. Andrew Mitchell. Ryan Morris. Yogesh Nambala. Lesedi Nkube. Elene Neofitu. James Alexander Nunn. Fergal O'Reilly. Paul Temiloluwa Ogunlela. Olan Luwaju Temitope Charles. Shane Oust. Mark David Pugh. Hanan Samir Radi. Jack Ramsden. Daniel Rieger. Mitchell Rowe. Marwan Salah. Shoaib Sattar. Judith Enarezi Seramani. Matthew Slight. Sean Ian Smith. Chuan Soon. Rebecca Joanne Tacey. Harry M. Taylor. Ifem Nahilia Uzoka. Shou Foon Ching. Robert Norman Wilkinson. Han Ching Yang. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Christopher Aldred. Felipe Renan-Christ Alemkar. Neda Naseo Enusa. James Bale. Kevin Barr. Bartosz Brisiak. James Burgess. Matthew Berling. Christopher David Caskey. Robert Chisholm. Anish Kumar Chopra. James Richard Coyle. Jack Davis. Christian Dixon. Albert Dulian. Scott Egerton. Lewis William Foote. David Andrew Gamble. Andrew Benedict Gittus. George Goldson. David James Graham. Nathan Stephen Graves. Jack Dillian Griffiths. Joshua Hall. Thomas Gareth Hall. Christopher James Harpoon. Andrew Hemming. Christopher Allen Hill. Gregor Sylvester Chlusek. Matthew Halsey. Callum Jordan Hyde. Jonathan Jackson. Thomas Harley Jackson. Matthew Jemmett. Connor Jacob Kay. Conor Kerwin. Tomasz Kopek. Adam Langstaff. Jonathan Callum Lauder-Ross.
Pro-Chancellor, the University wishes to honour Steinunn Thorarinsdottir with the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa. Professor Brigitte Rezel, Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Cultures and Education, will now present Steinunn.
Pro-Chancellor, Steinunn Thorarinsdottir has worked as a professional artist for 40 years. She studied sculpture in England and Italy, and from the beginning of her career as an artist, she focused on figurative sculpture. She has exhibited with solo shows in various museums, galleries, and public spaces across the world. Her outdoor show, Horizons, has been traveling the United States since 2007 and has provided the title for a Cine Award-winning documentary about her work by the American filmmaker Frank Cantor. She has received commissions for both indoor and outdoor site-specific works from across the world, and her sculptures are on permanent display in public and corporate collections worldwide. Steinunn has received numerous awards and grants, among them the Order of the Falcon in 2009, granted by the President of Iceland for her contribution to the visual arts in Iceland and abroad. Steinunn's figures are androgynous and anonymous symbols of humanity. Despite their seemingly anonymity, they are in fact based on the artist's older son, which instills a sense of family in the work. The sculptures reflect both the explosive and organic texture and the silent, isolated and peaceful character of her native country, Iceland. Iceland and Hull have shared a historic connection for over 1,000 years through sea trading and the fisheries. It was therefore a unique opportunity for the city of Hull to be able to unveil one of Steinunn's sculptures on the Victoria Pier opposite the Deep in 2006. Voyage, as the sculpture is called, looks out over the Humber estuary, calling to the sea. It is inspired by the people making a living from the sea and the fear of their families uncertain about their return. But Voyage also looks out to its twin statue, Thor, in Vik, one of the Icelandic villages that used to offer shelter to Hull trawlers in bad weather. Together, Voyage and Thor remind us of a long and shared history. This year, of course, Hull is UK City of Culture. The University of Hull is engaging in this celebration throughout the year and beyond in many ways, including through evaluating the impact of culture on communities, but also as a venue for artistic performances and exhibitions. One of our highlights this summer is the hosting of Cairns, a group of sculptures by Steinunn Thorarinsdottir. Cairns are a common sight across Iceland and have been used there, much like here in the UK, as signposts assisting orientation. Steinunn's cairns are human trail markers referencing themes such as space, entity, movement, pause, and journey. If you have not done so already, please take a stroll across our beautiful campus and enjoy the powerful physicality as well as spirituality of the sculptures. Hosting Cairns allows the University of Hull to celebrate the historic links between Iceland and the city of Hull. The University of Hull now wishes to strengthen its own direct links with Iceland by awarding an honorary degree to one of its most inspirational artists and thinkers. Pro-Chancellor, I'm delighted today to be able to present Steinunn Thorarinsdottir for the award of the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
In recognition of your major contributions to the arts, it gives huge pleasure to confer upon you the degree of Doctor's Letters honoris causa. Congratulations.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to continue presenting graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Geoman. Callum James Manley. Stephen Manson. Mark McDare. Peter McLeavery. Daniel Medcalf. Morgan Rose Mills. Callum Milner. Robert James Milner. David Mortiboy. James Nelson. Simon Nightingale. Suleiman Taiwo Otun. Sean Andrew Sidney Phillips. Cord Plashker. Daniel Ian Radford. Elliot Revel. Nicola Rhodes. Brandon Roberts. Darius Santaras. Corey Simmons. Jose Carlos Simões Cordeiro. Bartholomew Skipper. Simone Smallwood. Ryan John Spick. Jordan Tavaglione. Aaron Taylor. Katrina Wajkowska. Victor van der Helm. Floris van Echteld. Jack Walker. Robert Stephen Waterhouse. Kieran Wells. Alexander Charles Whitehead. Declan Whiting. Luke William Ronald Whitaker. John Wilcock. Andrew Benjamin Wilson. Brian Wilson. Adam Wood. Eleanor J. Worsley. For the degree of Master of Engineering, Ahmad Siol Islam Abdul Qadir. Tom Agasko. Henry Baker. James Angus William Barr. Kieran Ashley Battle. Carl Belinka. Nicholas James Edward Bleasdale. Johannes Brittain. Wen Jie Cheong. Joey Shin Yi Chong. Philip Mark Devine. Aaron Rees-Denay. Ashley Fairburn. Kiara Denise Felix. James Fox. Charles Grice. Matthew Hartley. Alexandra Claire Hendon. Rachelle Howe-Lewis. Tristan Humphrey. Yuk Long Ip. Omar Mohammed Mustafa Ismail. Oana Julian. Sherlyn Sume Kaur. Gareth Lancaster. Carmen Lau Ka Man. Keith Daniel Little. Nazar Mazouk. Daniel Canlin Masterson. Mohammed Abukar Morlin Morlin. Matthew Morris. Yu Kwan Ng. Oluwati Milihin Ola Oye. Enoch Ose. William Pitts. Zbigniew Piszczuk. Mariam Shinwari. Abu Bakr Siddiq. Neil Sisodia. Alexander Smales. Nick Ignat Smirnov. Rafał Sobociński. William Spedding Jones. Graham Stott. Alexander Taylor. Chung Jin Teo. Adam James Watson. Bradley Wilson. Shi Yuan Wong. Andrew Woodward. Daniel Ray. For the degree of Master of Science, Abdelkader S. Alhabi. Daniel Peter Clayton. Hayley Alexandra Hatton. Ayman Batul Shaikh. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Spectrum Utilization Aspects of Cognitive Radio, Meftah Abdul Ghazam Badawi. For a thesis entitled A Compact Ultra-Wideband Antenna Design, Marza Zolfagari.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to ask you to confer degrees in absentia on those graduands listed in the official record who have qualified and otherwise complied with the statutes, ordinances and regulations of the university but are not present.
I confer in absentia the degrees listed in the official record on those graduates who have qualified and are eligible to receive their awards but are not actually present. And now it gives me huge pleasure to invite our honorary graduate, Steinunn Thorarinsdottir, to address the congregation. Please, Steinunn.
Dear friends, I want to start by thanking Brigitte Reisel for those wonderful words about my career. I am deeply moved by them. I'm extremely honored to be here and so grateful to the University of Hull for honoring me in such a special way. My husband has complained that this means I am now more educated than him. An honorary doctorate sounds so grand. I would like to thank the university and all my friends there, both those, some of them who are here, both those who are past employees of the university and those who are present. So many of them have contributed to me being here today, and have also helped to realize the Sculpture Trail exhibition on campus. It's been a rewarding experience to see and hear how well it's been received by visitors, staff, and students. The campus and the sculptures have somehow melted together, and it feels like they've always been there, which is a good sign. The Hull University campus is such a beautiful frame for a center of learning and for the art. How lucky many of you are to have had the opportunity to work and study there. The exhibition has been especially meaningful for me due to my connection with Hull since a long time ago, and I would like to take the opportunity to thank my friends at Hull City Council for their support and friendship through the years. Iceland and Hull have a very special connection, and I'm proud to be part of it. The UK has always been closely linked to my family, and I studied sculpture in England, which for me was the best possible education, a perfect mixture of the classical and the contemporary. And British 20th century sculpture is of course widely known to be outstanding. It's a pleasure to be here on this very special day for each and every one of you, and congratulations to the graduates and their families. How good it must feel, and I imagine you're ready for a good party now. Still, I'm sure it's not always been an easy journey with many twists and turns, but that is often what makes life most interesting and sometimes rewarding. When the unexpected happens and you need to stop and think, and where to go next. The Cairns Sculpture Trail is in many ways based on this idea of finding your own path in life, but also based on the fact that the independent path is still guided and marked by others, like, for example, teachers, friends, and family. I've often thought about the words of my father over 40 years ago when I told him about my interest to study sculpture. And then he said, "That's great, darling. It will be a very nice hobby." Still, he was my greatest supporter, but that was at the time a normal reaction to a strange career choice. Sculpture, a girl? In many ways, he was right to be skeptical, because it's not always been easy, sometimes even a struggle. I imagine for many of you that has also been part of your experience during your time in the university. But remember that one of the most important things in anyone's career is to follow your heart. Don't give up. Be independent. be brave, be inventive, and find your own way to where you are going and where you want to be in life and work. That is, in the end, will serve you best and will mark your personal trail in the best possible way. I'm happy to be here, and I thank you all and the university again for this great honor. I shall cherish this day forever. Thank you.
Pro-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and most particularly those of you seated immediately in front of me, the most recent graduates of the university. As Acting Vice-Chancellor of the University of Hull, I'm delighted to extend my warmest congratulations to all of you who have received your degrees today. We've just heard a very fine address from our honorary graduate, Steinunn Thorarinsdottir, and she has, of course, contributed to the campus this wonderful sculpture trail, Cairns, which is currently installed and is one of the university's highlights in our partnership with Hull UK City of Culture 2017. If you haven't had a chance to follow the trail and explore these wonderful, humane and spiritual sculptures, then I would encourage you to do so. In honouring Steinunn Thorarinsdottir, we look back on her many achievements since leaving formal education, her achievements as an artist, her creative achievements, and on the things she's done through the arts to make the world a better place. You who are graduating today will, in your own diverse ways, build on the education you've received at the University of Hull. You will build on that education to make your own contribution to building a better world. Universities are the cradle of the future, and their graduates will go on to use their learning to create wealth, to educate others, to care for the vulnerable or the ill, to create things that will enrich the lives of many people, to discover new things about the natural or the human world, or to help conserve and manage the finite resources of that world. Much of this you will do through the work you choose, through your careers. And the University of Hull has an enviable record in securing the employability of its students. Indeed, we are one of the very best in the country. According to a Department of Education report just released, which examines the proportion of graduates in sustained employment or further study, 5 years after graduation, the University of Hull has been ranked second, putting us above more than 100 other English universities. Our Careers and Employability Service has played a big role in continuing in supporting students into work, and I'm proud to say that as graduates you can continue to draw upon this support whenever you want to do so in the future. In this way, possibly, but in many others too, we hope that you will continue your association with the University of Hull. Indeed, today, as you walked across this stage, you have become alumni of the university, and I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you as the newest members of the Hull Alumni Association, an organisation that has thousands of members across the globe. The degree that you carry away with you today will help you into employment, will form a strong foundation for your careers and indeed your lives more generally. The strength of that foundation is very much dependent on the strength of the University of Hull. The value of your degree is enhanced by the standing of the university, and our alumni are crucial in perpetuating the university's high standing, acting as ambassadors for us and communicating your pride in being among our graduates. We hope you will, if not necessarily today or tomorrow, then in 10 years' time or sometime in the future, be active alumni, helping to enhance the credit of the university and the value of your degrees, and indeed the degrees of your fellow graduates, past, present, and future. Today should not be the end of your relationship with the University of Hull. We trust that you will, as alumni, be proud of your association with us, as we are proud of those achievements that we recognise and celebrate today, your achievements. Of course, you graduate today as masters of a particular subject or discipline, as engineers or computer scientists. But I hope that in your years at the University of Hull, you've also become an educated person in a rather broader sense, the sense that was expressed a century or so ago in these words: an education isn't how much you have committed to memory, or even how much you know. It's being able to differentiate between what you do know and what you don't. So the qualities that I hope you will take away from the University of Hull, qualities that are applicable to anything you might do in the future, qualities of being curious, questioning, creative, and innovative. I hope these qualities will keep you able always to be aware that you need to keep learning. Learning doesn't stop. And that there are always things you don't know as well as things that you do know. Of the qualities just mentioned, the most important perhaps is curiosity, which fuels so many other things, and of which Albert Einstein said, the important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. Indeed, curiosity does have its own reason for existence, but it is also a reason to exist, fueling the urge to keep learning, to keep questioning, to keep thinking, and to keep accumulating your store of wisdom and skill. We know from evidence that curious people who exhibit curiosity, are happier, healthier, and more successful than others. So my advice to you today is to stay curious, keep questioning, and if you do so, you will continue your education. Today's celebration of your success and your graduation with a degree from the University of Hull is but one stage on what I hope will be a lifelong learning journey. Few things can be of greater value to you or to the world of which you're a citizen than to continue your education, to continue your questioning, to be skeptical, and never to stop looking for answers to the difficult questions. Have the humility to avoid dangerous questions. I'll start again. Have the humility to avoid dangerous certainties. The world has enough of those. But also have the wisdom to continue learning, creating, and discovering. So my warmest congratulations to all of you on the outstanding achievements that we recognise, celebrate today. Take pride in them, but of course stay committed to learning and questioning. Though many other things will begin for you today, your education doesn't end here. The degree you've received today is a foundation for your future as a truly educated person, and you have my very best wishes for that future. Thank you.
We are particularly pleased to welcome Steinunn Thorarinsdottir to our Hull family today. And I say that for two reasons. One is she is the supreme example of talent personified and what happens when you absolutely are determined to use your talents. And you can use them as a career, or you might use them in your leisure, but everyone in this room has a talent for something or other. And if you follow your dream, who knows where it will lead you. There are alternative talents. One of our greatest political leaders, Sir Winston Churchill, had talent. His talent was bricklaying. Now that might surprise you. But if you go to Chartwell, he has literally laid the most immaculate walls. Now, if you think of him as a political leader, he was outstanding, but he also used his talents in other directions. And I think today, when we are talking about talent, that's something to remember and that can make you happy in the future. But there's another reason why I'm particularly pleased to welcome Dr. Thorarinsdottir here today. And that's for this reason. We mentioned the sculpture Voyage, which is on the waterfront at Hull. And let's just think back a few years to a conflict between Iceland and Hull in particular. It wasn't pleasant. There were angry words, and more than angry words. It was pretty awful on both sides. And yet, look at the friendship we have today. And what has it taken to do that? It's taken arts, it's taken humanity to achieve that. Today I have shook hands with people from Afghanistan, from Libya, and from other countries that have conflict. And conflict resolution is all about people talking to each other and understanding. And I take great heart that here we are, the greatest of friends with Iceland, when perhaps we weren't a few years ago. And wouldn't it be possible, it must be possible, for everyone to be the greatest of friends in Afghanistan and Libya and Syria and places like that. And you, the new generation coming forward, will determine whether we are successful in our ability to create peace in the world or not. And that is something that you can take away from this great university. And I am so proud of this university to be the chair of council. And it isn't just because of what the acting vice-chancellor says to do with our, we're top of the league in the QS survey of courses. You know, we're one of the best places to gain employment as a graduate. All of that's important. But you know what? It's their people that make this place special. And the people who've gone before you are rather special because they have become government ministers. They have become poets. They run Sky TV right now. They run Coca-Cola worldwide right now. Those people sat in your seats and had your aspirations and have your education. The world is your oyster if you make it that way. What I hope you have learnt in this United Nations of the University of Hull is life skills, how to live harmoniously, how to work with people, and how to get on. Because happiness isn't to do with how much money you will earn in the future. It is about your interaction with the people around you. It really is a matter of if you are good to people, they are good to you, and that makes you internally happy. And I hope that apart from academia, you take away that lesson and you use that lesson every day of your life, because that is what will cause you to have eternal happiness. Now, you have a team around you, and that team could consist of friends, it could consist of any relatives, it will certainly be your parents and your professors that have helped you. This is a good time to say thank you and to remember throughout your working life the value of the word thank you to that team. So what I would like to ask is that the graduates stand and show their appreciation by clapping hands for your team, your parents, the people who are supporting you and help to get you here. Please. And don't forget to say it in person later on, because that's worth more as well. So please sit. I think the next thing we will do before I close this congregation is to have the national anthem. Could we please? And it's customary, of course, to stand for the national anthem. Thank you.